Breaking news, mother effing news. Yo, you know what time it is. Yo, this right here is Young Thug interview. Woody responds back, and Woody says that Thug is a mother effing liar. He said that he lied when he said that he told on him when he told on Woody before the indictment even began, and then when the indictment began, then Woody started telling, and everyone started telling, and everything went out of whack down there in Atlanta. So we trying to get this right. Sit back, enjoy the ride. I'm gonna play Thug's interview. I'm gonna play Woody's response so you can see what Woody has to say, and then I'm gonna speak to both of these young men to let them know what time it is. So if you're enjoying the ride, make sure you go subscribe at Real Boss TTTV so that you can get my man's content. It is fire. If you want to just listen to music when you're in the car, that's where you go. I'm going to put it on when the intro go. Let's get it riding. All right? All right, you know what it is. Unique Make Audio, man. We're going to play this joint. Little Woody is teed off right now. He said Thug went up there lying, and what I noticed about Woody, right? Woody is an honest dude. Yeah, we know he told him, we know he's in the rat family, but he's an honest rat. And he wanted to clear himself up to let it be known what was said. And I didn't call him an honest rat to disrespect him. It's just that when you're a rat, and a rat is what a rat is. Let's keep it moving. All right. Now, here go Thugger.
This behind Nut. Woody broke a Nut car and stole his jewelry. And I'm saying all this because it's all public record. We already done said all on the stand. Him and the DA done said this on the stand. He broke a Nut car and stole Nut jewelry. He didn't know it was Nut car. He seen a peanut chain. He said, this is Nut chain. He called Nut and said, hey, bro, these young, he ain't put it on himself. He just said, man, some young broke in your car, they brought the jewelry to me. And Nut like, all right, bring the jewelry. I ain't tripping, Nut a player. I ain't tripping. Nut, bring the jewelry to me. Woo. He bring the jewelry to Nut, your jewelry Nut back. Get Nut his jewelry back and goddamn, gone on by the business. Nut, I ain't tripping. Nut like, oh my God, I ain't tripping. But you with Nut who like, man, play it. Let's take it down.
Make sure you hit that like.
Hey, yo, so let's do the intro. All right, we done tired of keeping it going. Let's go. Let's hear Woody's part now.
And how he snitched, but he was funny at the same time. But one thing for certain, he definitely used Young Thug name to try and not go to jail.
It seems like I'm trying to help Thug out. I'm not trying to help him out. I don't care nothing about him, what he got going on, nothing. I care about the truth. The truth was, I was going through a phase in my life, and I have put all the blame on him. I don't know what he did. I don't know what he got going on. But y'all got me on the stand, and I'm telling the God honest truth. Leave me out of this. I made all these stories up, put the blame on him to get myself out of the situation because the police told me they want a big fish, and I'm a little fish. They ain't who I want. So when they told me that, my only motive was to convince them that I'm telling the truth about this guy right here. And it was to get him.
All right, see, that's what I meant by the honest rat. How more honest could you be than that? He said, man, I straight 100% lied. Everything I said about Thug was just to get my black ass out them people courtroom. You know what I mean? Out the interrogation room. You know, it's all a lie. He's sitting on the stand, he telling it like it is. But what I don't understand is one part that Woody says, so pay attention, you're going to hear this, because I'm going to pause it. So if you rat bastards, I'm going to let you know now. You got 3 seconds to tap the fuck off my channel, because we get ready to get real. All right, now get the fuck out of here. That's That's what I feel about trolls, rat bastards, and flip-flop wearing in public. When I say rat bastards, I mean a rat that can't admit that he's a rat. What I gotta say that I understand about Woody is, Woody says straight up, yeah, I went in the interrogation room. I did what the hell I had to do to get out the interrogation room. I know a lot of you watching this would do the same thing. But would you be man enough to say, yeah, I did that? You got to respect that. A rat saying, like, yeah, I ratted. I need to get my ass out the trap. My neck was under that, you know that little mouse trap, right? Let's take a ride. You know that little mouse trap that, I don't know if y'all still use it, but we used it growing up. The little mouse trap where you put a little piece of cheese under the joint with a little peanut butter on it. Rat go on it, and as soon as he go pull the cheese off the joint, snap on his neck. You know what I mean? Like a sling, So it snaps on his neck. So Woody's neck, you know what I mean? Woody's neck was under that sling because he bit the fucking cheese. So he said, oh, I got to get my neck out. So the joint is coming down on his neck. So he said, it wasn't me, it was the big rat. The big rat sent me over here. He's the one been coming in here eating and doing all this for all this time. It wasn't me. I just came this one time. I'm innocent. Trust me, I'm Woody. That's what Woody was saying. But now, we're going to go back to Young Thug.
Them off me, I said, Thug did this, Thug did that, Thug did, because I knew they would never, I knew he didn't do it. And in my mind, I knew that the police would never go mess with him.
See, so what he's saying is, and he's being honest. I got to keep it 100, man. You already know how I feel about rat bastards and dudes telling. But I got to keep it 100, right? Right now, what he's being honest saying, man, straight up, I told him what I had to do to get me out of there. It was all about Woody, when my neck was under the sling. I screwed up. I bit the cheese. They told me to just say Thug and they'll take the guillotine off my neck so I could breathe again. Let's finish this up.
So it was easy for me to try to throw the blame off on him to get them off of me. And that's what I was doing from all these years. I don't remember what I done told them in the past. But my whole motive was Thug did it because I knew he didn't do it, and they couldn't lock him up, and they keep.
See, his intentions wasn't bad, is what he's saying. I didn't think they'd lock him up. It's all a bunch of bull crap. I just told him what I had to do to get my neck out this thing. I mean, so that's why I did it. But he's telling this to the jury. If Thug would have went all the way to trial, he would have been acquitted and wouldn't have nothing to worry about right now other than the leaked tapes, and the interrogation video. But we're going to get back to Woody.
Talking about Thug. So guess what I'm going to tell them? Yeah. What else you want me to tell him? This verse, yeah, he did that. That's what I'm gonna do.
In other words, he's saying straight up, and you got to understand where he's coming from. He said, they want me to say Thug, to get the guillotine off my neck. So I said, yeah, it was Thug. Would you do the same thing? Put it in the comments and let me know if you would do the same thing. Put it in the comments right now. We ain't playing no games, all right?
And that's right now. If I walk out this thing and they say, the police stop me now. Hey, man, give me something about Thug. I make something up about him again.
Damn.
Although Woody snitched, he tried his best to backtrack and help Young Thug beat his case because Woody had immunity, so whatever he said wouldn't go against him. So he took the angle that he lied and was ready to say anything about Young Thug to not go to jail. So
now, the funny part is, if y'all remember watching this trial, right, Woody looked at the judge and Woody asked the judge, hold up, so I can say anything I want. I can tell the truth right now and you can't use it against me? And all you want me to do is just clear my conscience and tell the truth? He said, yeah. Woody said, you know what I mean? They just started firing off gunshots. But the gunshots went at the prosecution and helped Thug. So now Woody wants to be compensated, rewarded, and accepted for blowing up the case, the very case that he allegedly started based on Young Thug. But we heard the interrogation tape with Young Thug before Woody even got picked up. Maybe y'all put it in the comments. So therefore, that's what it is. Remember, Real Boss TTTV. It's a music station. If you just riding down the car, right down the street, you play one of the playlists and you just relax. Go check that out now and do me a favor. I'm asking you to do me a favor and subscribe to my man Real Boss TV and my daughter's channel, Juanita Mecca Audio. Let's keep it riding.
some people forgave Woody for snitching while others attached to YSL stood on Lil Woody as a rat. But after the Young Thug interview was over, Lil Woody responded and let the world know that Young Thug is a liar and that he has not taken accountability for his part in the whole indictment.
And that's what it's all about, taking accountability, man. If you rat it, just say, I'm a rat. If you hide that you're a rat, then that means you're a rat bastard. So what are you going to be when you tell a rat and stand on it, or you going to be a rat bastard? Somebody let me know. I know y'all tired of these gunshots, right? Y'all like the gunshots, let me know.
That Young Thug really snitched on him and tried to throw his name in songs to basically dry snitch and pass blame before the indictment even started.
Don't sit on here talking about how people betray you. Talk about how you betrayed people, bro. Come on, man. Talk about how you betrayed. How the liberty of nothing cuts out anything, bro. Man, listen, man. First of all, you can't call no rat when you ain't even create a way to eat. But I ain't never took it upon myself to say that was your job to do that.
Hold on. He said he didn't create a way for him to eat. How did he not create a way to eat when he paid you to do what they said you allegedly did? So he created a way for you to eat, but it was a negative, unproductive way. But he did create a way for you to eat. You were satisfied with what you accepted to go out and do what you was allegedly accused of doing for Young Thug, and now you say there was no way created for you to eat. No, it was a negative way based on the way you brought yourself in. They needed what they call a crash dummy in the prison. Go check out Unique Maker Audio Prison Stories so you know what a crash dummy is. All right, it's on YouTube. Let's keep it moving.
But see, one thing about a team, everybody got a position to play.
And you played yours. You was the crash dummy. No disrespect, but just letting you know what it is.
So if everybody playing a position that you want them to play, why is everybody not getting paid? Why?
Everyone is getting paid from what they accept to be paid. You didn't do what they accused you of doing, Woody, for nothing. So don't say that you wasn't paid. Now you realize that you wasn't compensated enough for what you did, and that's your issue. All right, we riding?
Why is everybody not protected? Why is everybody not, straight up?
Hold up, he said everybody not protected. I watched the trial and I saw where you even testified yourself, Woody. I got to call a spade a spade. I'm not on Woody's side. I'm not on Young Thug's side because they both went in the interrogation room and did a little too much talking. But being that we riding, let me explain this to you. Just going in the interrogation room is not equivalent to ratting. So stop that. All you social media wannabe gangsters sitting on the outside, sometimes we send people in the interrogation room to say what we want to be said to help us to get out of the situation that we in, because we're trying to manipulate God's plan by getting us put in the situation to get caught in the first place by listening to the devil and thinking that we could get out of it by sending someone in the interrogation room to tell what you wanted to have the police and investigation know to lead them down the wrong path. That's not telling. So don't y'all sit there on YouTube. I'm telling y'all, just for going in the interrogation room, it's not telling. Let me ride. Let me tell you this, right? If I get pulled over, you see how gangster I am on the joint? I'm busting guns and carrying on, and I'm straight gangster on YouTube. Police pull me over, I'm the biggest wussy. Oh, excuse me, officer. What did I do wrong? Did I speed? I don't think I was speeding. I know I wasn't speeding. But whatever it is, I would be happy to take a warning. And the whole time he's looking like, I know this ain't the gangster from YouTube. And I'm like, yeah, no. This is the persona that I put on. You play the fool in order to catch the fish by the mouth to be released from the traffic stop or the police interaction. But people would see a video and say, oh, he's telling because look how tough he is, and now he's being a coward. You better be a coward, because the object is survival and to get back to your own bed at the end of the night and not a cot in the police station. Let's finish riding.
Because bro, these might they street. and this and that. When police pull their car over and they got anything illegal in the car, they ready to let everybody go to jail. There ain't no street ain't about no codes, man. Because
all right, stop that, Woody. Stop that, Woody. Let me take y'all on a ride. I'm sorry for keep stopping this because I know the rat bastards. They didn't take the heed when I gave them 3 seconds to get the off my channel. So I'm gonna do it again. All right, and you already know the routine. Take that with you on the way out. Now, Woody is saying some deep shit here. You understand? Let's see what he said. I don't forgot that quick because this is so much bullshit. I'm gonna just say it like it is.
ready to let everybody go to jail. There ain't no street ain't about no codes, man. Because
all right, stop that. There is a code, right? I'm gonna tell you like it is, right? Now, if we in a car and you pull up on me and you say, you know, yo, you take me uptown, right? And I'm gonna ask you, yo, you dirty? You know? And if you say, yeah, now I got a choice to say yes or no, you could get in my car or not. Now, if you say you dirty and I allow you in my car, and then now we get pulled over, and then now the police stop us and they find the gun in the car. The driver, right? The driver is expected to have the passenger say, yeah, that's my gun. Now, if he don't say it's his gun, that's because he may tell the driver, yo, family, I think I could beat this because they ain't read me my Miranda rights, so we going to ride this out. At the end of this, I'm going to clear you if it go left. But right now, you know, I'm not going to claim the gun. I know it's mine, you know it's mine, but we going to try and finagle me out of this, so you might have to sit down for a little minute with me until I try and play my hand. And a real gangster is gonna say, all right, I'm with you, homie. But you told me, I asked you, and you said you was gonna claim that. He said, I am gonna claim it, but I feel I could beat it. Do you, the viewers, give the homie a chance to try and finagle his way out of that situation? Or do you, the viewer, turn around and say, you know, nah, it was his gun. I asked him if it was his, if he had a gun when he got in the car. He said he had a gun, whatever. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, that's where that is. So there is times when that happened. I'm gonna give you another scenario, right? We got my man. They pulled up on my man and they come tell me, yo, I need somebody to go air the park out. They getting a lot of, you know, heroin money in the park. So I need somebody to go shoot up the park. You know what I mean? You know, so I said, yo, dog, you know, I don't do that no more. You know, I said, you know, I don't do that no more, right? But, you know, I got somebody I'm gonna put you on. So I put him on my man. My man goes with him to go do the joint. So now it's 3 Puerto Ricans and my man, the only black in the back of the car. So while they riding up University, the police pulls them over. They pull them over, they find the gun in the car, and they pull all them over. And everybody in the car said it's not their gun, including my man. That's because they brought the gun that they wanted my man to use to shoot up the park. So they said it ain't my gun. My homie never got the gun, so my homie said it wasn't my gun. You know what I mean? So then my homie go in there. Now all the Puerto Ricans homies on the street, they calling me, telling me, yo, your man got caught. Got caught up yesterday when we was gonna do that joint. You know what I mean? I said, yeah, but whose gun was it? He said, nah, it was my gun because I was gonna give it to him to use. I said, all right, well, I tell you what, you know, if you expect my homie to take that, you got to give us 10 grand. You know what I mean? That was my man cool when he come out. And then you got to take care of him during the year that he got to do for the hammer because it's your hammer. So he said, bet. So my man calls me and he said, yo, I'm in here, you know, and these Germans is what we call them. He said, these Germans expect me to, you know, claim this joint. I said, all right, well, look, you know, you're dead broke, you're on your knuckles. That's why you was going to do something as crazy as go shoot up the park. You know what I mean? For a couple of dollars. You know what I mean? I said, but right now I done finagled with them where I told them they got to give you 10 grand and take care of you and take care of your family while you gone for the year. You know? And they agreed to do that. Either that or you say that it wasn't yours, let them deal with it because it was theirs. And he said, yo, they're going to give me 10 grand, take care of my family and take care of me while I'm locked up. He said, yo, make sure you hold that money till I get out, homie. I said, I got you. And my man went in the courtroom and said it was his gun. They released them, but at the same time, I charged each one of them, because there was 3 Puerto Ricans in the car. I charged each Puerto Rican that was in the car $10,000 each. My man came out of jail. I gave him $40,000. You know what I mean? And that's where that's at. I mean, come on. Let's keep it. Let's ride back.
You're gonna stand by the codes. Hey man, you're gonna do it right. If we all in the car and you got You got to find the car and 12 stop her. When 12 say who fight is here, you got to be like, oh, they mine, officer. But instead, everybody got to go down with you. Mad because I ain't doing a light sentence, bro. When I got out of jail in April, Thug dropped hell. Damn. You had all this time to drop this song. Why would you drop the song when everybody in Atlanta accusing me of murder? Why would you?
That's why he dropped the song, Woody. Let's stop it. Thug is a content creator. He's a CEO. He running a joint. At the time, everybody's saying that you're the one that did that. You're the biggest talk on the street. So therefore, Thug felt like this was his chance to use that to caterpillar, and that's what the feds be saying when they say in furtherance of the RICO. So that's Thug releasing that tape at the time to further the YSL brand that they alleging is a RICO, right? That's showing that he released that so he can monetize off it for the streams to generate revenue for the RICO. They already know what time it is. I'm just letting you know. Just like I'm letting you know, and I'm going to say this to y'all, right? I'm going to say this to all y'all down in Atlanta connected to this and anywhere else you at connected, whatever. Be careful what you come up here and say on YouTube, because you come up here on YouTube and y'all are still talking about a state case that a couple of co-defendants was acquitted of and you took probation for. They could still come back with a RICO charge and use all of those state cases that was vacated, non-guilty by the jury, the guilty with Young Thug with the probation, the case with Young Thug and what's his name, Monk Tunk and this one and that one. They could bring all that back, but they won't be able to charge you for that as actual counts in a RICO. So that's why you thinking that y'all are safe to talk, because they can't charge you in an actual RICO case. You understand what I'm saying? But they could use those same crimes as what they call overt acts to show what happened over the course of the conspiracy to make the wheels turn, to generate revenue, which is funds, which is money, into the top man of the RICO, which is allegedly Young Thug. That's why Young Thug got so mad when Gunna said Young Thug is a gang, the YSL is a gang, and they should be taken off the street. Because this is not over. They're coming with a fucking RICO. Don't y'all understand that? Slow down. Y'all explaining everything that happened in the state case that they're going to use in the fucking federal case as overt acts. And the overt acts can be used as what they call, if y'all watch the P. Diddy trial, predicate acts. Predicate acts is just where in a RICO, they got to prove 2 or more predicate acts. So all they got to do is prove 2 of these things that y'all been on YouTube trying to clarify with the big interviews and all of that. Stop it. You're talking too much. I did 26 years in federal prison. I know it. I'm going to tell you again. Stop it. You're talking too much. Matter of fact, you're talking too motherfucking much. Let's ride.
You put out music saying, I do this. So the Thug neighborhood who passed away pulled me to the side. And he had a heartfelt talk with me. And talked to me for a long time. And said me. He said, Woody, don't let them get you with it. Don't let them trick you. So let me tell y'all something. They want y'all to believe I'm stupid, right? And slow. Let me tell you something. A stupid and slow person wouldn't be able to maneuver through life the way I have. Why everybody sitting right here saying this, you said that. Nobody ain't realized. Ain't no black man in the history of the United States of America had the courage and heart I had.
Stop it. Courage and heart. You gave your courage and your heart up when you sat in the interrogation room throwing Young Thug under the bus. That's not courage and heart. You don't turn around and say, I want to be rewarded for telling on my comrade to get out the police station, and then I went on the stand and said I was lying and blew the case up. No, that's not courage. That's not heart. You folded your courage and heart when they put the cuffs on you and you agreed to go in the interrogation room and talk. You could have went in the interrogation room and played Woody the Boo-Boo the Fool. I don't know what y'all talking about. I'm crazy. I'm on medication, man. You know what I mean? They say my name and a whole bunch of stuff because I like to fish fight. Most I do is fish fight. I ain't never bust a gun. You could have said anything if you want to say something in the interrogation room. But like you said, your neck was under the guillotine. You went to reach for the cheese, and then gunshots. They say, just say it was thug and we'll pull the guillotine off your neck. It was thug, it was thug, it was thug. Whatever you want me to say. Let's keep it moving.
And when I know that it's so many jails in the world, if I go to prison, I'm gonna have to worry about getting stabbed and jumped on. Instead, what happened? I got on the stand and plead the fifth.
Hey, yo, Woody, mother effing Woody. Stop the crap. When Judge Glanville threw your ass in jail for the weekend, when you tried to stand stall, they broke you down and had you come back in that courtroom. And all you would have had to do was sit in the county jail that was rotten, because I heard about that joint. You know what I mean? You had to sit in the joint and wait right there until the trial was over, and then they would have had to release you. So you would have took a self-sentence to not testify of another month. You did 30 days in jail, but instead you came out. So you don't get props for that. I'm just keeping it 100, Woody. I'm not trying to bash you, but I gotta let the youth know. And Woody, I see the videos you doing. You really trying to help. Remember, y'all go to Real Boss TTTV and subscribe right now. Please, matter of fact, I'm gonna do the intro so y'all go subscribe. I'll be right back. All right, so now we back, right? But let's stop the crap. Woody, you don't get no kudos, you know what I mean, for going in the interrogation room, running your gibbets. Because in the real world, that's what you get. You know that because you apply pressure in the real world. I know who you are. You was a straight gangster. You know what I mean? And you still have killer in you because you can't take the killer out the person. That's like you can take, a hoe from the street, but you can't make her a housewife. You understand what I'm saying? You know, you could take a killer off the street, you know what I mean, and make him a rat, but he's still a killer. Just like a hoe is still a hoe. And I'm not calling Woody a hoe for you rat bastards that try and run it with just a scenario. Let's stop it. All right, we riding?
Willing to go to prison and face that. Y'all, is y'all crazy? How is y'all missing all of this?
We ain't missing it, Woody. We caught the fact that Judge Glanville told your black ass, either you bring your ass on this stand or we're gonna put you in jail until this is over with. And you folded and got on the stand and finished your charades, and I really enjoyed it. And you get a round of applause for that. That was entertaining. Woody gets a round of applause for that. All right, round of applause. All right, calm down, y'all. Calm down. Let me do this. All right, what we doing? We riding.
How is y'all missing it? If I'm supposed to be, I know I won't survive prison. I know I won't. Because it's so many people. Let me tell y'all what happened.
Now, it ain't so many people. It's so many real people in there that you ain't gonna survive if you go in there and know that you done told on Young Thug. That's what he's saying. I'm just getting to the point. Let's keep it moving.
I had a conversation with somebody. Y'all read between the lines. I had a conversation with somebody face to face. And that person was like, man, please, bro. And I looked that person in the face and said, bro, I know you better than you know yourself. I ain't doing this for you. I ain't doing this for nobody. I'm doing it because this is what I believe in.
See, that's what I'm saying. He telling you straight up. He's doing this because he believed that telling the truth, ratting on his comrade that's looking at life in jail, you know what I mean, is what he believed in. So he believed in being a rat. That's what he's telling you. I'm just calling a spade a spade. It's not to disrespect Woody, but I got to give it to y'all raw because ain't nobody else on YouTube telling you like it is. He's saying, I am a rat. That's what I do. So if somebody show you who you are, who they are, don't act like you surprised like Young Thug. I might do enough. Y'all want me to do one on Young Thug speaking on Gunna's, how much he loved Gunna and, Gunna told on him and he broke his heart and he want a whole apology publicly. He said himself that Gunna was a square. So if he's a square, how you expect a square to stand up straight? When a square do what square do, then that's what they do. You can't get mad because you incorporated bringing a square in. Young Thug said he brought him in because his big homie before he passed said take him in. Come on, man. And then you see traits that the big homie was wrong when he said take him in because he did some rat. He even said he told on somebody to get him a life sentence. You knew that and you continued to deal with him. Come on, Thug. Come on. You know, come on, Thug. You know what I mean? It's right.
Just chill and save all the lies. I don't want to hear it. You don't lie to me too many times for me to believe anything you got to say. Just chill, sit back. Man, hey, man, ooh, came home, bro. And home. And instead of could have started the interview off by saying, I want to apologize. I want to apologize to my family. I want to apologize to the victims of this whole situation, family. I want to apologize to all my so-called friends. I want to apologize to my fans and supporters.
Yo, Woody is 100% right there. That's how that should have started. But instead, Thug still went back there, laid back in the chair like he the big bag gangster wolf, and he's, you know what I mean? And we got interrogation tapes. I'm not even paying attention to the leaked phone calls. If y'all want me to, you know, comment on that, hit the like button first of all, and put in the comments that you want me to comment on the leaked tapes. Because to me, that's nothing. He was in there pillow talking. He even justified that, yeah, I ain't never pillow talk. But when I was in jail, I ain't had nobody else to call. I couldn't call my family because they might say the wrong thing. I didn't want to call, you know, Wham and them because then they might pull Wham and them in and start investigating them. So I had no one else to talk to but my girl. So that's my justification, which I taught y'all the word is another word in psychology for mollification. He was mollifying his accents. That means trying to make a wrong a right. For pillow talking, when he himself said he ain't never pillow talk. But what we doing? All right, we riding.
That's how you should have started the interview out, man. You should have violated your probation by calling me. Can you help me with the interview? Can me and you talk? And can you help me? And I would say, yeah, that's why he hit me this morning while I was in church.
Hey, yo, that would have blew the internet up. Woody just said the key right there that I know no one else reported on. Woody said, if you would have called me, you a rat like me now. But now it's about saving the youth for our destruction that we caused by them listening and looking up to us and the lyrics that we put out to the people. Woody even said, and that's why I like watching Woody. I watch Woody. I'm going to keep it 100. Go to Woody versus Woody. You know what I mean? I know I'm promoting the rat, but, you know, you got to go to Woody because Woody is an unusual rat because Woody right now is trying to save the youth. And I'm going to ask y'all this, right? If your kid was drowning and only people was there to save them while they was drowning and fell off a boat is little Woody and, you know, Sammy the Bull, would you tell your kid to take the rat's hand, Sammy the Bull or Woody, to save your life so I can have you back? But it would be a violation for you to come in contact with a rat. Put in a comment. How many of y'all would tell your kid drown before you take that hand? Because he's a rat. See how deep this get at Unique Maker Audio? I want this in the comments. Let's be honest. How many of y'all would tell your kid, your grandkid, because y'all might be old as me, got grandkids, because my kids grow. You might have grandkids. So you tell the grandkids straight up, you know? Don't take Sammy the Bull hand. Don't take Woody hand. He's a rat. Drown. Go out like a gangster. Like your father or your grandfather when this child haven't even lived yet. Somebody put in the comments, because what we doing, we riding.
You know what I mean? Yeah, Charles White, you wrong, but I ain't mad at y'all because I know y'all hurt. Y'all got the worst enemy to have is the conscience. When you got to deal with your conscience, and it's on Woody vs. Woody Officials, TikTok, KXC_Woody, YouTube, Instagram, Woody_Call, be like, hey, Woody.
See, Woody about that business. See, he just promoted his whole doggone brand on that joint.
How do I go about this the right way? And I would have told you how to go about it the right way. Pray. You should have had something out of this. A God-fearing person come in that interview with you. He more hurt because y'all ain't siding with him.
Talk to him, Woody. Talk to him.
He more hurt because y'all ain't sided with him. That me and Gunner, you heard what he said? Look how he said my name. Woody. He said my name with so much hatred. He said my name with so much anger. Because why? Why? Because he see y'all loving me. He talk about, man, I had your back right or wrong. I had your back right or wrong. I went in there and lied, and protected him. I lied throughout the whole thing, bro. When I'm innocent, I ain't had to lie about nothing. I don't got nothing to do with nothing.
Yo, this is deep. What he saying? He ain't even have nothing to do with this joint that they threw his name in.
You trying to throw me under the bus. You threw the investigation on me. You put the police on me. And you did it on purpose, man. It backfired, bro. It backfired. And I don't care. I don't want no friend. Matter of fact, look, if any be around me, they're watching the interview. And listen, I'm telling y'all now, stay away from me because I'm on 100. And I don't trust none of y'all. Say that, cause get what, bro? If the fly come past me the wrong way, boy, I'm destroying all y'all. Because at the end of the day, bro, I'm tired of y'all making me be the foul guy, the responsible person, bro. When y'all right is right and wrong is wrong, y'all look for any reason to forgive Thug. When Thug brought this on himself. You care what nobody had to say. They feel bad because he losing. When like people, they go to playing victim. They go to trying to use the reverse side. No, you don't need damn podcast talk about on retard. You know not to mention me. Ain't everybody else. I ain't gonna just be quiet. Nah, bro. I ain't just gonna sit there and be quiet. DK put his life on the line for you. You know what I mean? Slow put his life on the line for you. Yet gotta put his life on the line for Niche. Hey, bro, let me tell you something, bro. You know Yet lied. You know Yet lied. You know he ain't had nothing to do with what happened. So why you calling Yak a snitch for that? Why you calling Yak a snitch? When you know that, bro. A snitch isn't going there and tell the police the truth and get the police a conviction, man. But these bro. But you went in there and said what you said. You want everybody to look at what you said as a lie, but you want everybody to look at everybody else as a snitch. But it hurt being called a snitch. You see how
Yo, Woody just dropped some signs. He said, when you did it, you not a snitch. Everybody else did it, they a snitch. Pick a side, man. Pick a side is what Woody telling them. All right?
I feel, but you want everybody to still call everybody else a snitch and forgive you. Nah, you ain't taking accountability. I ain't letting it go.
Ooh, tell him again.
Y'all who want to forgive him, go forgive him. But let me tell you this, he ain't had no sympathy when he thought he was king. He ain't had no mercy when he thought he was king, y'all. When he thought he was king and he bigger than the world, he didn't care about us. We would just throw away clout. He'll call me slow and crazy because he watching the social media. He looking at the internet, reading the comments, and he see what people are saying about me. And he say, oh, so let me just take that route. Woody slow. So you got to discredit him. Let's go discredit him. You can't, because I go breaking things down that the ordinary can't. So all y'all people who think y'all bright and think y'all smart, y'all ain't got the IQ I got. Mine called street intelligence, survival.
Tell him again.
You feel what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, hey bro, I had to survive. I had to face the life I'm living.
In other words, he had to survive. He told on whoever the hell he wanted to tell on because he had to survive. That's it. That's all. All right? Let's keep it moving.
See? You feel me? I still see. Man, don't switch up on Gunner, me, and Slug and all that, right? But they still do it. Why? Because Thug the breadwinner. Why? Because Thug is their only hope. So they got to stay around him. See? He on here crying about he miss us. You ain't miss none of us when you was on your high horse and everything was going your way. You ain't even think about us when we was sitting in jail from 2015 to 2019. You ain't send us no money. Thug ain't put $1 on my book when I was in jail. But I will be lying if I didn't say he paid my bond one time. But it was like a couple $100. You feel what I'm saying? But it was beneficial to him. When I stopped becoming beneficial to him or useless to him, that's when I was disposable.
Come on, dog. That's what it is on the street, man. We all disposable. Even in the military, you all disposable. You play a position, your position could be replaced. You're not the only crash dummy in Atlanta that's gonna allegedly bust his gun. So that's why you were disposable. You're supposed to know that and make sure that you always valuable so that you won't have to be disposed.
Let me tell y'all what y'all didn't know. Y'all missed it in the trial when I threatened the harm threat. Dog. Y'all don't realize why I threatened him? I found out they were planning on me. Oh my God. Y'all thought I was gonna be quiet? Let me say that. Yeah, man. Put me in this situation and plotted on me. I'm tired of being nice. I'm tired of being cool. Now I'm telling me, y'all finna throw the blame on me and take me out for the enemies. And you want you lawyer? Boy, you're a snake, boy. And everybody in Atlanta know they're a snake. Everybody in Atlanta know they for keeps. You hear what that? He brought 2 people together to squash beef. How you gonna bring these people together to squash beef if blood been shed? Said if head. Come on, bro. But I'm so glad that them niggas didn't start a beef, because that ain't something that was needed. And the one who passed, rest in peace. God bless your soul. And you know, your truth the light gonna hit your truth. One thing about social media is digging, and they gonna get to the bottom line of it. The truth will make you free. It sure will.
That Young Thug and
Yo, you heard that? The truth will make you free. That's a man that's trying to repent. Or should I say that's a rat that's trying to repent. And that's not the disrespecting him. I'm just calling a spade because this is a gangster channel and we tell it like it is, man. You know what I mean? This is a rat that's trying to repent for his ratful ways and his sinful ways. That's it. That's all. Been here long enough. Subscribe to Juanita Mecca Audio, Real Boss TTTV, Unique Mecca Audio Prison Stories. You want to hear the prison stories, but I'm getting out of here.
Cheers to the crime.
Fresh out the can of 26, he back on the strip, getting back in the mix. What he mentions a gift. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. The Instagram page and the YouTube, you could go and visit. Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn. Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. To not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never squilling to the cops, make an audio. Get it live like 2 G's in the 90s. Drop top beamer so shiny. I let shorty go, she was whining. Treat her like my past, she behind me. Spend a couple bands on the Dapper Dan. You be back again, getting green like a Packers fan. No cap, it's a roaring uptown. They be whoring uptown, Dominican bust downs. Now we on the positive, we got a lot to give. Now he trying to stop the kids from being inoperative. So take heed, homie, lend a ear. He started in uptown, he gon' finish dead. But now it ain't about selling drugs, buying cars. It's about buying property to make the community ours, so we can give back to the
Cheers to the crime.